Imagine boldly, then go out and live it. Welcome to Tiny Daily Kick.
Hello, I'm Jason Stephenson and welcome to Tiny Daily Kick. And of course, it's a different podcast today, and especially for those that are watching on video, because you are seeing me for the first time ever showing up and doing these videos. And I've got to tell you that I'm a little bit nervous about this. And it's not that I haven't done this before, but it's just after years of being scripted with everything I say, it's that notion of finding my own voice again, doing it on camera, and being prepared to falter and fall, and then get back up and do it again. And what I've learned over the years that when you feel nervous, it's not about being wrong. It actually means that you care, that you want to give it your best shot, and there is nothing at all wrong with that. I'll take you back to my first time. I remember standing on stage, and actually before that, I've always loved to sing. A lot of you know that. My first memories are of me standing on a milk crate in the garage, playing the old records and standing there singing. And my first time on stage, though, was at a school talent quest, and I was singing the song Ben by Michael Jackson, and he sings this song to a mouse. So my dad suggested that I sing to the mouse. It'll make it more valid and people will find a lot more interest in it. But I was terrified of that, because not only was I trying to remember the words and trying to keep time and being concerned about the band being different, but now I had this pet mouse to contend with, and he was adamant to take it on stage. I gave in and did it, and unfortunately it was not only me that got nervous, the pet mouse got nervous, and he peed, and it began to trickle down my hand, and everyone in the audience were just laughing, and I was terrified. My knees were shaking, and this pee just never stopped. It just kept trickling down. My knees were clanking together. I was shaking like anything, because I was pretty angry at my dad. Then I had something to fire back to him at the end of all of that. But something happened, though. I kept going. I didn't stop. And I was prepared to get up there and do it again. Maybe not with the mouse next time, but I got up there. And that's something that I want to talk about today, the willingness to stay. Because confidence, it doesn't come to us straight away. It's the willingness to show up and to feel that fear and do it anyway. You've heard that quote many times. And another quote that comes to my mind, jump or leap and the net will appear. And precisely what I'm doing right now, talking to you in front of this camera. Leap and the net will appear. And I do plan to do this more often now. So sometimes you'll hear just my voice maybe, but other times you'll be seeing me face to camera. And this is what I want to do, because I've always valued being authentic as I absolutely possibly can. Because if I haven't got that, as far as I'm concerned, I've got nothing. I don't want to bother doing it. You will see me occasionally look down at my notes, but for the most part, this is totally unscripted. I think a lot of us are waiting to feel ready before we begin something, and that might come in the act of having to feel confident. But I think the best thing we can do is just show up anyway and trust in the plan, trust in the process. If there's been something that you've been putting off because you have a little bit of fear, you feel nervous, you feel scared, you don't feel ready, I say today, just give it a go. Feel that fear. Go for it anyway. Do it anyway. Because on the other side of that fear, we never know what world is going to open up and what amazing opportunities will unfold when we learn to just trust and be, and remember that we can't be anyone more than who we are ourselves. And I'm keeping that forefront in my mind. I'm not here to perform to you. I'm here to be with you. Until next time, I'm Jason Stephenson. Imagine boldly, then go out and live it.
Imagine boldly, then go out and live it. Welcome to Tiny Daily.